so people can think about that. Anyway, this is a voicemail from someone we haven't heard from for a while. This is Brian Wallace in Toronto.
Hi, Mark. It's Brian Wallace calling. I think you might have gotten a letter or two from me over the years. Very, very unhappy to see the link leaving the air. I think that surely you could come up with an hour of paying for a couple of people to work in an office. I mean, you do such wonderful work with so little, and I know that because I know how many people work in those offices of yours. I find it very, very unhappy, very, very unhappy situation, and I hope that they realize the folly of their ways, because for the amount of money they spend, it's reaching out to so many people who are new Canadians. They listen to this program as what Canada's all about. And I don't understand. But anyway, do let us know where you're going, because you're a friendly voice, and you've been a friendly voice for so many years, okay? God bless. Bye.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that. Brian Wallace in Toronto, really appreciate that. Well, we really not quite sure at this point what's happening. Many people. It's a sad day, I have to say. It's been a very sad day yesterday, because most of the staff here at the International Service, and some Link members as well, most of the Link members, in fact, have received letters telling them their jobs are cut, and they will be leaving, seeking work in other fields, I suppose. It is a sad day indeed, and as always, we really, really appreciate your letters and your kind thoughts. It's very, very nice to know that the job that you have been doing is appreciated by you, the listener, and we really, really do enjoy that. So thank you very much for that. And Kathy Colomb, thank you for helping me and for picking today's winner on the program.
My pleasure, Mark.
All right.
Hello. You're listening to my friend Mark.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? I tell you, when I first heard that little promo for us, we were all so taken aback and loved it so much. And Andrew Fazakis joins me with the voice behind it. That's a wonderful, wonderful promo. Andrew, perhaps you could introduce who it is?
Hi, Mark. I brought in my daughter. She's 4 years old. You remember her. She's Sophie. And she has a little present for you. Say hi to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, Sophie, how are you?
Are you doing well? What do you have for Mark? Tell Mark.
It's homemade cookies.
Oh, my goodness.
It's feel-good cookies, right? And what's better than that?
Well, Sophie, thank you so much. Do you mind if I share them with some of the other people?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, how are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, Andrew, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, she's a real cutie. She made it herself.
Oh, did you really, Sophie?
Yeah.
You
I
made
put some sprinkles on them. Kathy did the flowers.
Oh,
Kathy,
wow.
her sister, yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you so much, Sophie. I really appreciate that.
All right.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
That looks really good.
They do. They're beautiful. We'll have to take a picture of that and put it on the website. That's just so cute. All right, Andrew, you have some, worrisome news about the Internet here to start us off on the web column this week.
Yeah, I mean, this is very interesting, and I think a lot of people are going to be wondering if they're going to be affected. And we're talking about basically a virus, a new virus that's out there.
This is different, though. It's not infecting computers per se the way the typical viruses do.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Basically, more than right now 500,000 people, experts are expecting that may be losing their internet services in July due to this lingering effect of an online scam. And the problem really began when the Estonian-backed hackers ran an online advertising scam to take control of computers around the world using a virus called DNS Changer.
So what does that do to computers?
Well, the virus uses hijacked computers without the user's knowledge to generate basically fraudulent clicks on those online advertisements that you see. So although its only obvious effects were to slightly slow internet connections and to disable antivirus software, it also reduced computers to the fraudster's servers. So basically, your computer was being rerouted to these fake servers, and you were generating income for these hackers.
Oh, my. So then the U.S. found out about this, and the U.S. stepped in. But what happened there?
Right. So in the U.S., the FBI set up a safety net last November using government computers in order to prevent disruption of the Internet service. They basically ran those services since November, on their government servers. So in order for people to get their computers cleaned and get back onto legitimate sites. But the fact is that this system that the FBI is running, it will be shut down as of July 9th. And at that point, infected users won't be able to connect to the Internet. And we're talking globally, even, like everywhere.
So if I'm at home using my computer and I've been affected, on July 10th, for example, I go to my computer in the morning and hook up, and I won't be able to?
Yeah, you might not have any access to the Internet if you are infected, because they will have shut down these ghost servers, the government will, so they won't be protecting you anymore.
So how do you know if you've been infected?
You really have to keep your eye out for unusual changes in your browser. Look, you have to look at those little link boxes at the bottom of your browser, see where they're actually taking you. And there's, I think there's no doubt that there's going to be literally hundreds of thousands of people losing Internet access. The most affected countries right now are the U.S., Canada, and the UK. So
English users, perhaps?
Basically, yeah.
How do you avoid this doomsday scenario?
Well, testing for the presence of this virus is pretty easy because it redirects your web traffic from a good to a bad site. A simple test at the site called DNS Changer iChart, which we will have a link for on our website, that can really easily discern where it sends you. I tried it myself this morning, and luckily my computers are not infected. It just gives you basically click on this link, and it just gives you either a big green circle for saying that you're okay, or you get this big red mark with an X on it, which means you're infected. So we'll have links to that, how you can actually test out if you are infected. And if you are, you'll have to run your antivirus checker, update it, and you may have to scrub your computer, basically reformat it.
Oh, my. So that's DNS Changer iChart is the site.
Exactly. That's the one. We will have a link for that, and the FBI has set that up.
All right. Very quickly, we have a thing about Google here trying to compete with Apple on the cloud front.
Yeah,
storage,
that's right.
Cloud storage.
Yeah, Google's hoping to get on the cloud bandwagon and offer the world's largest digital filing cabinet. Of course, this is Google's way of increasing all of our dependence on their servers. So now they have come up with something called Google Drive. And you can store a lot of your files, photos, everything that you have on your computer online, just like how Apple's iCloud does it. And and the prices are pretty good. I mean, the first 5 gigs are free. After that, you have to pay basically for $25 $2.50 for 25 gigs and 100 gigs of iCloud service for $5 a month. And it goes up to 16 terabits of storage.
All right. Any privacy concerns here, Andrew?
That's something that's been coming up the last couple of days. I'm going to keep an eye on that. That's a story that's just breaking and developing. People are very concerned about what the terms of service that Google has actually state. Supposedly, they're just going to do the same thing they've done with their Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, it's the same type of privacy. But, honestly, if you really are worried about your stuff and you don't want anyone else to be reading it, you might just want to keep all your data off the Internet and not use a cloud.
I'm still a little bit concerned about that problem we're going to have on July 9th or 10th or something.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out on that, too.
All right, DNS Changer iChart, and as you said, we'll link to that so that people can run a test on their computers. And again, if you find you have red, you have to reformat your computer and update your what is the
virus check.
Right?
That's right.
My goodness. Andrew, thank you very much for this.
You're most welcome.
And Sophie, there she is in the control room. Thank you so much for the feel-good cookies. Look at that, Terry. Isn't that great?
Let me see.
Look at that.
Wow.
We're going to take a
There's
picture.
one for you too.
We're going to take a picture of that and post it on the internet so that we can see Sophie's cookies. Andrew, thank you so much for
You're
that.
welcome.
right, and you heard the voice of the lovely and talented Terry Haig just a moment ago looking at our cookies.
You did.
I'm looking over a bowl of cookies that I overlooked before. I'm just stretching it there, Terry. What can I say?
Hey, you
haven't sung for a long time.
I know. I'm under the weather.
Well, we all are, sort of, given what's been happening this last week. So
yeah. Okay. So here's the thing about professional sports now, and this is why I don't like parity. I mean, I love the Yankees winning every year, not just because I'm from New York, but just because I think you need a star. No, I think you need a team that everybody shoots to beat, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, from last year's Stanley Cup final,